Yes, gentlemen, as I told you, this is the way to engage you people to check either you are available or not. So, what is your experience? What's your prior knowledge saying? You just share with us. No problem.
Yes, yes, sir. Our first priority is to save the human life, and if we face some immediate accident or any injury, so we can
Mm-hmm.
immediately respond on that. So for that, we need to know about this first aid.
Okay. So you mean if someone is injured during the working, so if you saw someone, if someone called to you as a first aider responsibility, your priority is that to save his life, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
But
Yes, yes.
yes, you people are all engineers. You people are not a doctor. So how you can justify this question?
Sir, we have to contact the concerns, or we have to give them the first aid as we have to give them CPR, like uh, we have to give them some bandages as in
Mhm.
first aid box. Yeah.
Okay.
So it
So in this real scenario, uh, yeah, you people are right. The perceptions, the attitude, uh, the way at project. Definitely, if someone is not know, so he will offer the injured person somehow, either by calling the ambulance, either by calling the hospital, either by calling his supervisor. So this is the good practice at the workplace. People are caring each other. So as a first aider, it is your responsibility after this session. You can offer your services additionally free of cost as a humanity to save the humanity. So the purpose of first aid is that the basic purpose is that to preserve the life of the person, injured person, because during the injury it might be chances the injury can go wrongs. It can worse more. It's depend on the situation. If either it is bleeding is ongoing, so if you will on time not stop this bleeding due to loss of the blood, the person can be died, right? So if someone have cardiac arrest, your action can save his life. If you know what are the techniques, and if you people can utilize your common sense or skills, you can save a person life. So this is the basic purpose. So there is no restrictions. Anyone, everyone can get this knowledge or skill to save the person life, especially in the workplace. So this is the agenda of the first aid. This is the agenda uh, of today to share with you people the reality of 3P. 3P mean the P mean preserve the lives. Second P mean preventing the worst. Worst mean the situation could be goes wrong. Furthermore, it can be getting worse and worse by time passing. So these things you have to be stop it. And the last one is promote recovery. In next slide, you people will be aware of the promote recovery. I will share with you how you people can, if your skill was done, if you have done your CPR, if you have done your first aid, and you are waiting for the ambulance, so you have to keep this injured person in recovery position. How you can post the person in recovery position, in next slide we will learn about it. So the first course is that just first aid means just initial assessment before the help arrive. What your action, what you people are providing to injured person, this is called first aid, right? So the skill it's required are knowledge or common sense, because in different scenario, a different situation, and the wrong decision might be a person put in a risk. Okay. So you must be aware of the situation. In this situation, what will be your action? In this situation, what will be your first aid? So the situation will depend on. So this is just only utilization of your skills. This is called a first aid. Okay. Is it clear, brother?
Yes, clear.
Okay. I will show you one video. It will be the introduction of the first aid. The video will you will learn about uh, how a person. So let me know if you did not hear a voice or any disturbance.
I started a new job where I was required to take training for CPR. I remember thinking while I was taking it, I hope I never have to do this, but it's probably good to know. Ellie has a form of dwarfism. While her losing consciousness was always a possibility, it was a very, very, very rare possibility. Ellie was in the car crying. We were about 5 minutes from home when we noticed she had gotten very, very quiet, and we thought maybe she had fallen asleep. We got home and I got out of the car and I went around and took her car seat out, and I immediately saw that she was starting to turn blue and was completely lifeless, like wasn't moving, and my heart just stopped.
A lot of worst case scenario things popping in my head, and the fact that she was less than a month old when it all took place, it was scary.
I didn't really think. I just immediately started doing the CPR that I had learned, and I knew she wasn't breathing, so I just knew that I needed to start her heart beating again and get her to start breathing again.
I was stunned having her snap into that role of being the protector and having to do CPR as quickly as she had to do it. It was pretty amazing.
It's not a very difficult thing, but when it comes down to it, having to know where to put your fingers and where to put your mouth, and you don't think you're going to have to do it on an infant, having that training was able to help me to keep my daughter safe. The doctors told us at the hospital that if she hadn't received the CPR as fast as she had, that it's very likely she would have had brain damage or may not have lived. So
it really is a matter of seconds, and it's a matter of how quickly you can respond.
Because I knew CPR, I didn't stand back and wait for somebody else to take over. That time was crucial.
CPR training is important for anyone because it's a matter of being prepared.
You don't know when someone's going to stop breathing or when you're going to have to perform it.
Anything can happen. It could happen at any time, anywhere.
It's like car insurance. You hope you're never going to be in a car accident, but you have it there as a safety net, and that training is your safety net. There was a reason that I was required to take that training. I needed to do it to save my daughter's life, and who would have thought? So.
Yes, gentlemen. Do you know what are the condition when the person can stop his breathing?
By inhaling some poisonous gases or get drowned.
Okay,
Yes.
good. What else more?
Are stuck in a confined space where there's oxygen scarcity.
Oxygen deficiency. Okay. Okay. What are the scenarios? What are the other scenarios a person can feeling breathing problem?
Maybe
Yeah, if
chemical
he
activities, any chemical activities.
Handling chemical activity, exposure of chemical, right? Okay, that's great. More. Yes, please. Think about it.
Work at height.
Work at height, fall from height. Person can be
Yeah.
injured. It will be the physical injury. Okay. Yeah, it could be depend on the injury, how much severe. So might be chances can be interrupt his breathing. So yes. What else more?
Confined space.
Confined space, if there is multiple hazards available in confined space. So could you please just pinpoint what are the scenario behind cause for the breathing issue for a person?
In confined space, oxygen could be less, which is not
Oxygen
suitable.
not sufficient?
Oxygen. Oxygen, yeah, because if it is
Yeah,
compact and it is closed,
because due to the nature of the area, due to the uh, inherently multiple hazard can cause for the person stopping the breath. Okay, so so you share with me multiple reason for the breathing issue, right? Yani you could say some could be the chemical exposure, some could be the lack of oxygens, it could be the some hit object to his chest, it could be the reason a person fall from height, and so you people have to be judge the scene, how it is happened, and then you can provide a proper CPR. So the way you will do can save a person life. So normally the first aid people what they are doing, they people are once they know injury is happened, someone need your help. Immediately your first responsibility is to inform your supervisor, or if you people are supervisor position, you can call the external help like 997 ambulance. You can call a nearest hospital team to come at your facility and entertain your people. So meanwhile, in this duration, when the help is on way, you people can take care of your patient or injured person. This is called the first aid. It means it's depend on the situation. If the injured person need bandages, so you will provide the bandages. This will be the first aid. If people have cardiac arrest and you provide the techniques to reduce the risk of person life into dangers, like you people advise him coughing to ask him to sit down. If he will be the unconscious, so you people can provide the CPR, or you people can provide to artificial ventilation to the injured person, or uh, yeah. So this is the multiple scenario could be you people face at your side, and your response in these duration in this medium until unless the paramedical staff reach your site. This is called first aid. If someone at your workplace environmental emergency could be happened, a dehydration and sunstroke, heat exhaust, these things you people can utilize your knowledge and skill in between this duration, and your effort could be successful and you can save the person life. So the concept of first aid clear, right? Is there any question, brother? If it is not clear,
Clear.
Is clear, but yes,
yeah.
clear. Sir, I have a question because you are using the term CPR. What's the meaning for CPR? I mean, CPR stand for what?
Well, we will learn furthermore, but as you question, it's a good thing. This is the way you people, I'm expecting you to ask the question to clear your concept. CPR is the short form of cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So this is the
Okay.
way if person, someone having a low heartbeat or his or her heart stop at that moment, and by providing a compression onto his chest to restart to provide the oxygen to his heart to make it more it's like a restart his heart. So the providing compression with this skill, it is called CPR. So basically, it consists of two things. One is for providing the ventilation or breathing, artificial breathing, mouth to mouth. Okay, or use external uh, equipment to provide the ventilation. So this is called CPR. So no worries. I will share with you time to time videos until unless your concept not clear. So for time
Okay,
being,
thank you.
you have to be patient. It just cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Basically, this is the technique. This is the called first aid you people have to provide in case of someone is injured, having a breathing issue, if someone having a cardiac arrest, if someone is in faint, to restart his energy, you people have provide the CPR. Okay. So here we will discuss about some of the OSHA regulation. Here we will discuss about some of the regulation of Saudi Ministry of Health, their requirements. Okay. So as per the journal guideline by Saudi Arabia issued 1428, so their requirement is that if you people have a 50 or more than at workplace, so it is your company, your employer responsibility to provide a full-time dedicated first aider. Okay. Moreover, it is duty of the employer to be provide a full dedicated room, first aid room, with having all necessities, first aid equipment like heart saver, AED, uh, basic utilities, basic uh, s- tools related to first aid. And moreover, if your side is more than a 10 kilometer, so you have to be liable agreement between the nearest hospital. In case of emergency, they will come to your facility. Like if you people are working in remote area or desert, so it is very difficult to be save a person life. So in this case, you must have a full-time dedicated ambulance or vehicle. It's depend on the situation. Normally, as per law, if in a project people are more than 500, so this is the requirement. You must have full-fledged, a full-time dedicated vehicle of ambulance having all facility, paramedical staff facilities. So this is the depend on the situation. This depend on the distance. So normally, I have remember when I was working in Saudi Electricity Company, we have the agreement with the nearest hospital. So in case of any emergency, they have just a simple contract with us. So they will come to our facility to priority for our workers in case of emergency. So you can just make arrangement your situation. Okay, clear. So this was the guideline by issued ministry. So if there is any question, you can ask if it is not clear. Clear, brother? This slide is
Yes,
okay?
clear. Yes, okay.
Okay, so if I will ask you, if your side is 400-meter away from your office area, what will be the requirement as a first aid? It is okay this distance? What's the last aid? What will be the arrangement if your office, any side office and workplace, work area, the minimum distance your office, site office and work area is 400-meter. So what will be your arrangement
Better
related to first aid?
ambulance, if any vehicle ambulance.
Mm-hmm. So can you give your real scenario, your real site situation? Oh, any how many distance, how many kilometer distance your site and your office? Either it is very near, either it is far.
Sir,
Yeah.
every day we have different locations, and our location average have 20 kilometer, 25, 30, like this. So it is not
So,
very near to our office, Saudi Electric
mhm.
Company. So in daily
No, no, no,
basis,
no,
our
no, no, no.
location.
I mean, your company have a project, right? You have a site
Okay,
office, and from
okay.
site office, your work location. What is the distance you have? I'm not asking the Saudi Electricity Company office. I'm asking you have assigned one project, okay? So definitely there will be a supporting office at your working area, is it?
No, sir. We have only a head office in the MAM, and
Mm-hmm.
just if we have some issues, then we will visit head office the MAM. So we
What
don't
is
have
the
any
nature of your
facility.
project? Is that facility management project
No, no.
or
This
substation?
No,
substation
no,
on we dismantle old RMUs and installation new
So you do
RMUs,
not
smart
have
RMUs.
any pota cabin offices at near at your facility where you
No, sir.
people having a administration work, engineering work, email communications, for setup for your engineers, for setup for your workers, restroom, mosque, shelter, these kind of
No, no,
temporary
no, no,
offices arrangement.
no, no.
actually,
Here
sir,
not
we
here. Actually, our work maximum 3 hours, 4 hours work only. That's
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
why actually that setup I saw before in oil and gas companies like this. All setup, all photo cabins, ambulance, everything,
Mhm.
restroom,
So
shelter
you do
room.
no,
you
no.
for the in this situation you do not have such kind of facility, temporary facility.
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right.
No. Okay, if how you people are managing the emergencies at your
If
facility?
if something happening, then we call to another colleagues. He
Mm-hmm.
will come, then go to the hospital, and we have insurance. Like we will
How
go to the
how
nearest
many people
hospital.
are working in this scenario? Two, three, four, five, 10. How many?
Almost above 15 and above 15 to 20,
Okay, number of
maximum
20.
20, yes, number of
Mm-hmm.
20s.
Okay, so how you are arranging to
I
deal
told
with
you
the
before.
emergency?
Yes, I told you before. If something
So
happening, then we call to the our
what
colleagues.
what what do you think? It is reasonable, justifiable? It is practicable?
I think
Emergency
I
plan
So
think
we
also
have first
available
aid.
with us.
We have first, we have
Yeah,
Okay.
first
this
aid
is
kit
what
at
I'm
site
expecting,
available.
brother. In
Emergency
this,
plan
yeah,
available,
yeah.
first aid and all everything.
Yes.
Okay.
First
So
aid.
yes.
in
So
So
this,
we do
in
here
all the
we do
sites,
first aid.
yes, yes, yes.
For any,
Engineer Jamal
then we will
is
do.
right. In all the sites, first aid box available on the site. Each site have first aid box, and also people know about the first aid little bit
okay, so
how
you
they
can
provide.
overcome. Yeah, it is the good practice. So I will just add a one value point. In this case, instead you call someone to come to your help. Okay. So what you people can do, if you people have a 15, 10 people, at least you must have a one vehicle at your site, dedicate for only to deal with the emergency. Okay. So at least one vehicle if we will be available at your site, so you can utilize in case of emergency. This is
And
the
then,
requirement in your scenario.
okay,
Okay.
everyone
Any vehicle.
have their own vehicle.
No,
Yes,
anything,
yes.
one thing
Everyone.
more, because we, sorry for interrupt
Okay,
you,
okay.
because one thing more, in this all complete plan, we have one emergency plan also available with us, because as per in some emergency cases we will be called to some this emergency team, as per same like hospital teams, because we all are working by near to hospitals, not too much far, and we also have numbers all available. In emergency case, we call to emergency, and they will become and take all clear.
So this is more good practice. You people have aware and you people know what is the number of nearest hospital. Everyone have access. Everyone have facility to call them directly. And they know your people are working near this project. In case of emergency, they will entertain you. They will provide the priority to your people. That's the good thing. But somehow, if you people have does not like, I just answered the previous what I understand. So you people have to call your colleague, right? So why you people not just have a one dedicated vehicle by your company
Excuse
so
me,
you
sir.
can
Can you
utilize? So by
can you let
calling
me?
might be you will delay. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, actually, we are every day we are working on remote side. Every day we receive a
Mm-hmm.
location. Every day we have a different location. We have one contractor
Okay.
team,
My
and
just
we
concern. My concern is that anywhere where are you work, no problem. You have the facility full time. You have a vehicle available at your site or not?
no, sir, we don't have a
Not available.
vehicle. Every engineer have their own vehicle, but we have a
Mm-hmm.
ERP plan, emergency response plan. So from there we
Okay.
can get
Everyone is
all our
available vehicle, so you can utilize it.
Yes.
That's vehicle. That's the
yes,
only purpose. The concern is
yes,
that
we can.
to transport injured person to shift them in the hospital. This is the purpose of ambulance. This is the purpose of full time vehicle. So doesn't
Yeah,
matter by the company. Doesn't matter. So definitely, if you are using your vehicles, the company are paying you, right? So
Yeah.
yes,
in
yes,
case
Yes,
of
yes, correct.
emergency, no problem. To save the humanity, to save a person life, so you people mutually, yeah, you can utilize your vehicle. The concern is that you must have a in this scenario you must have a full time dedicated a vehicle available your facility
Yes,
to
vehicles
manage
available. All
the
engineers
emergency.
have.
That's the only purpose. Okay.
in every day we have on every
So
side
Okay.
we
in
have three vehicles available.
okay, that's good. That's good.
Yes,
Because if number of vehicles are less, and sometime vehicle went for the purchasing, the purchaser went for the purchasing, and or might he transport to other workers. So in in many situation, it is seen that emergency happened, and that time no vehicle available. So you have to be just make sure at least anytime there should be a one available a vehicle at your site. Okay, if it is multiple, it's a good. But at least one, any worst scenario, you must have at least one vehicle at your site. Okay.
okay.
So uh, we know if someone mm, have observe a hazard, a risk. So what is your perception say? Who is responsible to fix it? If you experience a hazard, observe hazard or risk. So what is your chain of command? I just try to understand your uh, response.
First we yeah, first we have a qualified persons on our side. So if someone is experienced any danger situation, so he have to take care because he had already trained, he had a knowledge, and if
But
he
now the yeah, sorry for interrupt. You know uh, that things are changing day by day, and people have more knowledge and people have more awareness. So as for your information, safety is for everybody responsibility. Anyone who
yes,
see first the risk, he has to write the report. his responsibility. If he is not able to fix it, he has to report either his by supervisor or manager. So it is his first responsibility. So similarly,
Yes.
if someone is injured, so everyone must know who is our first aider, who is the trained and qualified person who can assist in case of emergency. These things should be communicated in by a daily basis, like toolbox talk meeting or weekly meeting. These things can be shared with your workforce. So that in case of emergency, to avoid the time waste, a real person can be called for help. So the first responsibility of a first aider is that he will offer a injured person. I am the first aider. Like for example, my name is Muhammad Yusuf. I will introduce the injured person if he is conscious. I am trained in first aid. May I help you? If he allow you to help, you can offer. You can do the CPR. You can provide the bandages. You can shift them, whatever his requirement. So, but if he refuse, so he has a right to refuse. If he is avoid, he does not take your services, so you cannot force him. Okay, so in this scenario, what you will do? Yes,
Just we
if
call,
someone refuse to get your help, what will be your next action?
just we call ambulance and wait, because
Exactly,
if
exactly. Very
he is
good.
not,
Right answer. So you just have to call nearest hospital. You can ask to help them. This is the way. But if I will ask you, person is unconscious, he is not able to answer you. What you will do?
Then we
then
have to
we
give
will
them.
provide necessary first aid.
Exactly. Okay. These are the international protocols. So you have to be
Yes.
follow. You have to be respect the person. Okay. So in this
Okay.
case, person is confused or unconscious, and you can continue provide the first aid. It can be save the person life. First aid kit, it's depend in what content in you can follow the Saudi electricity company, their internal metrics. Okay, how many bandages required, how many adhesive tapes required, how many thermometers, how many gauze pads. So there is a checklist, and checklist will guide you. So you can maintain your first aid kit content inside. So just follow your client protocol. Okay. So the number of first aid kit depend on number of workforce. Number of workforce are more first aid kits are required. Normally, for one first aid kit having all content for sufficient for 20 people. But there should be how many gauze or pads should be available. You have to just go through the checklist, first aid checklist issued by your client, and you have to be placed at your first aid facility area. If it is used, so you have to be arranged next uh, alternate of these bandages or what you people use the content. Okay, so you have to be arranged immediately. So it is responsibility of safety officer to make sure all minimum suggested content is available in the first aid box. Okay, uh, second one is your responsibility. You offer your services now. Before the offering first aid, you make sure you people are safe. Okay, if you will not take care yourself, might you will also become a injured person. So you need a first aid or first aider. So it is very important whenever you go for help. So firstly, please check the scene of for the patient, for the injured person, for yourself, to avoid any further risk. Okay. So you are not allowed in any case to put in yourself into a danger. Okay. For example, uh, if if there is a accident happened at the roadside, so you cannot allow to give him first aid in the middle of the road. So what you will do, definitely you will take care yourself, you will shift the injured person nearby off the road, and then you can provide there. Or similarly, if there is a gas leakage in area, if a person is fainted and unconscious, so without checking yourself, your safety, if you will provide, and you will also can put yourself into the risk. If there is an fire, or if there is any electrical hazard, electric shock happened with the person, without taking care of yourself, if you try to put help a shock person or electric shock person, you will try to help, might chances you will also get the shock. So make sure scene should be a safe where you provide the first aid. Okay, you understand my point? So mean that do not enter any unsafe area, can put yourself into a danger. Okay.
Okay, clear, sir.
These are the normal disposable gloves. I will just show you how you can. Uh, this is the basic first aid. Before and after attending the injured person, you have to be wash yourself, your hand. Okay. Everyone already learned about these washing hand techniques because everyone faced the COVID. In COVID, we learned a lot of things related to personal hygiene. So hand wash, you can at least rub your finger and hand at least 10 to 20 second, okay, before handling the person and after. Okay. Do you have any idea choking? What does mean by choking?
Something which cuts
Choking.
Okay.
the
Why this video? After that, I will ask you
Choking
question.
is a common emergency. In adults, choking usually happens while eating, and with children, while they're eating or playing. If the person is coughing and trying to expel the item on their own, don't interrupt. But if the person is in clear distress, clutches their throat, looks frantic, or signals that they're not getting enough air, then it's time to give first aid. Let's take the basic technique step by step. First thing, ask, are you choking?
Are you choking?
If the person cannot cough, speak, or breathe, quickly ask for consent to give first aid and have someone call 911.
Can I help you?
1. Stand behind the person with one leg forward between their legs to brace yourself. 2. Locate the person's navel with a finger from one hand. 3. Make a fist with the other hand and place the thumb side of the fist against the person's abdomen just above the navel. 4. Grasp your fist with your other hand and thrust inward and upward into the abdomen with a quick motion. 5. Keep performing thrusts until the person expels the object or becomes unresponsive. If the person you need to help is someone you can't get your arms around or is pregnant, or when you can't effectively give abdominal thrusts, you can perform chest thrusts on the middle of the breastbone from behind the person. Take care not to squeeze their ribs with your arms. A person who is choking is not breathing and may soon become unresponsive.
Hey, are you okay?
Have someone call 911
Call
immediately.
911 and get an AED.
Lower the unresponsive person to the ground and start CPR by pumping the chest 30 times hard and fast, followed by 2 breaths. Before giving breaths, check the mouth and remove any object seen. Now it's your turn to practice these techniques. If you're practicing on a part
Okay. Did you get any idea about the choking?
Yes,
You
sir.
know
If
the
anything,
Hamlich Hamlich maneuver. You know the abdominal thrust. Abdominal thrust will help you to come out the foreign object stuck in your breathing area. So in this situation, person cannot be speak, cannot be uh, cough. Okay. So this situation can put himself danger. Might be chance he can be died if on time cannot provide the abdominal thrust. Clear? Okay, here we will discuss some of anatomy, just overview for you people. Okay, we have a two system, respiratory system and circulatory system, and you people are aware vital organs. Vital organs mean brain, heart, and lungs. These are our essential. If in somehow if these vital organs damage or are in dangers, so it is very difficult to be safe a person life. So if these are survive, a person's life can be safe. And you know these vital organs always consuming the oxygen in case if person uh, is having a problem of oxygen within 3 to 4 months a person can be died. So respiratory system is consist of our nasal cavity, our trachea, and bronchs. Okay, so you people as a first aid have to be make sure person have continually supply of oxygen. If you are uh, fail to do that, so person can be a yes. Any question? Okay. Circulatory system. These consist of blood vessels and arteries and veins. And you know, you can see uh, the arteries, the blue ones is the arteries having a rich oxygen bloods. Okay, supply to your heart, and the heart will supply furthermore this oxygen blood to all of other part of your body. And the poor oxygenated blood cells are in red color as you see. Okay, so vein basically carries all the poor oxygenated blood to the back to the heart and circulate to the lungs. You know the lungs function is to provide the oxygen. The lung function is to provide more oxygen so it can be circulate the other part of body. So these are the mechanism of human body. Okay, so in case if it is compromised, so artificial providing the CPR, the function heart, the function is lungs is doing. So you people do in artificial way, CPR way, to maintain a person life. Okay, so in medical emergencies, breathing issue. As I was already asked you, what are the scenario? What are the problems can a person make a breathing problem? So there are multiple reasons. Could be like heart attack could be cause breathing issue person. If someone get electric shock, can compromise his breathing issue. If person is don't know how to swim and drowning can put himself in breathing issue. If someone during the loading having a injury into his chest can also cause for breathing problem. So how you can provide the first aid a person having a breathing issue? What you will do? Any experience?
by CPR or giving them life-saving breath.
Yeah, uh, mouth to mouth breathe. Okay,
Yes,
and you people, if someone having asthma problem, mostly asthma people having a breathing issue, so he
yes,
always have a carry inhaler, so you can help them to provide them inhaler if he has in his laptop bag or in his office area, if he's in pocket or if he's in in their uh, storage area. So by judging the exactly the need of the injured person, you people can save and you can avoid the breathing problem. Okay. Choking, this is the universal sign. Okay. Choking. Anyone having a issue foreign body airway obstruction. So this is the universal sign. You can immediately recognize the person having a choking. Okay. Automatically his hand will go to near the neck and will hold it. Okay. So in this case, you can provide the abdominal thrust. Okay. If person is alone, so he can get help nearby chair. So by placing one hand into his abdominal, okay, and by other hand providing the force. So this practice will be help to come out the foreign object. For example, this video will more elaborate you.
Now let's cover the highly effective and very important skill called conscious adult choking. Now in this scenario, we have someone who was eating at a table. They began to choke. We know they were choking because they could not cough, they could not breathe, they could not speak. This is a full obstruction and it needs help if it's going to come out in most cases. If it's easy to activate the emergency response team or call 911, great. But if not, we can wait until the patient goes unresponsive before we actually take the time to call 911 or activate a code. But in this case, we're going to come up to the person, we're going to look them in the eyes. Are you choking? They nod yes. I know how to help you. May I help you? They give me permission to help them. They're still conscious, and so we want to get that permission from the patient if at all possible. Now I'm going to elevate their elbows. I'm going to find the belly button. The belly button is my landmark so that I can tuck my thumb in and put the fist just above the belly button on their abdomen. I want to stay below the xiphoid process, which is approximately right here. I want to stay just above the belly button because this is where I find the diaphragmatic region. This is exactly what I want so that I can bring that diaphragm up and in while I compress the lower lobes of the lung, shoot the air up the trachea, popping that object out, and it's effective the majority of the time. So I'm going to take that hand, keep my elbows out so I'm not on their ribs any more than I have to be, and I'm going to start with my inward and upward thrusts. And I'm going to do these thrusts until either the object comes out or the person goes unresponsive. In this case, the object did come out. He began breathing, coughing, clearing his own airway. I simply re-encourage him that he's doing fine. If he feels like sitting down, we could have him sit down. And if we had not already called 911, now would be the time to call 911 or call a code if they go unresponsive. If we've already called 911, keep them coming. It's fine. Even though the object came out, it's always a good idea to have EMS stay on the way so that if this person opts not to go in, they can be checked out by the EMS professionals. They're going to check airway. They're going to check some lung sounds to make sure there's no partial.
Yeah, gentlemen, you now have a good idea how to do the abdominal thrust. Okay, how you can provide the if person is a choking, so how you can provide them the first aid. Clear? Any question? Any question related to choking? No?
Thank you. Clear.
Okay, we'll take a frequently breaks. So to avoid the sleepiness, to avoid the distraction, I just suggest you come back 11:15. Okay, clear?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank
Please
you.
join
Okay.
again me 11:15
Okay,
sharp.
okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay,
Just
sir.
stretch your body, refresh it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.